Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Washington, PA. And welcome back. In this video, we are inside the abandoned Washington Mall. That's right. When I was up here in June, when I went up to Beaver Valley Mall, I had to swing down here knowing that this mall is being ready to be demolished. And actually, as we speak here, the day of this recorded, this mall is in the process of being demolished. I believe it's about a quarter of the way through or so. So, honestly, if you wanted to go see it, it's too late as it's already being demolished as we speak. And the part we're looking at could be one of the parts that are gone. I haven't seen any indefinite pictures to see how it looks like. And I would like to say this before we get to the history of this video. This was a big risk to do this. Not only was it really, really, really wet in there, but there was also mold, there was residue, and there could have been a homeless person or somebody with a weapon. So with that in mind, if you guys do any urban exploration, please be extra careful doing this. I would recommend never doing this alone, as when I was here, I had 3 other people with me. So never do it alone, and be prepared and, dress accordingly. And please, please, please know that we did not destroy anything. We did not vandalize the building in any way. We happened to find a way in, and we got in, and we left the building the way we found it. Please do not vandalize. Please do not graffiti, as it gives us a bad name, and in turn, the cops associate us with the bad people, and we end up getting in trouble, and we cannot do these type of video to where you guys can enjoy the look at what was truly an iconic property, and in this case, a very iconic mall. Now, on to the history of this mall. The Washington Mall opened up October 17th, 1968, with a total of 45 stores. The mall was anchored by a JCpenney, which used to be in downtown Washington, as well as a freestanding auto center. The mall also featured a G.C. Murphy, Their Fair grocery store, and Giant Eagle as junior anchors. Now, history is very limited, I will say, on this mall. The original developer was called Falcone, if I'm looking at that right. Now, the only history that I did receive was that this mall did later on add on a Joann Fabrics. It also added on a Toys R Us. And the biggest thing was that a Staples was added in 1996. Now, Anchor started, coming into trouble as the Giant Eagle closed its doors in 1999, and however continued to pay lease until 2001. So why they did that is very intriguing. I don't know why they would pay lease and just not stay there till then, but that's their decision, not mine. They have the money. Now, in 2001, this mall would get a big loss, as not only did, right around this time, did the Their Fair grocery store leave, but as well as earlier, a couple years ago, Giant Eagle, I mentioned it closed, and officially at the Mirror as well. Now, on a more positive note for 2001, JCpenney did announce that they would completely remodel their store to add custom decorating departments and houseware. Now, a rack store was also added inside the mall, in addition to a DK store next to there. But at this time as well, a mall Baskin Robbins closed and converted to a Pap ice cream, as they could no longer afford franchise fees. Now, plans were announced starting in 2004 to close the mall to convert it to a more traditional shopping plaza, retaining anchor Staples, JCpenney, and Toys R Us, and an 80,000 square feet for a new anchor. However, these plans never came to fruition. Now, in 2007, JCpenney announced they were closing this location, but they later moved it into another plaza down the road. Now, that would not last due to issues with the building, and JCpenney ended up coming back to the mall in September 2008, which was interesting. But in 2014, they would end up closing, and slowly, into the mid to late 2000s, early 2010s, most of the remaining interior tenants, closed. I've seen a couple videos throughout 2010 that show them all pretty much empty. But the final nail in the coffin after JCpenney was that Joann Fabrics also left in 2014. That was the last interior anchor, and at that point, the mall officially closed for good during that time. So this mall has been mostly abandoned at this point when I filmed this video, for 11 years. Now, obviously, later on, the Toys R Us did leave, and the Staples in the parking lot also left. The only remaining things left on this property, as we speak, is there is something inside the Toys R Us. I don't know what it was. They did have alarms on in the building. I do know a couple years ago, Gabe's operated it as a warehouse. I don't know if they're still doing that. There is also a Harbor Freight in the far end, but that's it. That's the mall was completely abandoned until earlier this year when they announced it'd be coming down for a brand new Costco store. And as we speak, that's why it is being demolished to become a Costco. So I made it here just in time to be able to see this mall one final time. Now, I also, when I was here, I was able to explore the JCpenney, which you guys will see later on in this video, which that was my favorite part. I mean, I love seeing the mall, but the JCpenney to me was the coolest part. Not only do I work for the company, but also that was my first time ever being inside an abandoned JCpenney anywhere. You guys know on this channel I've done Kmart, Sears's, Macy's, whatever. I've never done a JCpenney until now. Now, I'm going to stop talking here. I apologize for the lack of history. There's very few history that I did find in this mall, but I also wanted to throw in the rest of the video and leave it raw. You know, as I figured I do like doing these urbanized videos where you guys get to hear the raw sounds of the mall, as well as the raw sounds of the JCpenney. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the rest of the video. But for now, guys, Alex Weinsheimer's out, and I will talk to you guys later. Chicken. I'm going down there. One way or another. I'll be right. Yeah. What? What? This story's true. I'm fine.
If you want to venture up there.
What do you think, Steve? See, this looks more like JCpenney. Downstairs looks completely trashed. I think that's the offices over there, isn't it?
Oh my god, holy moly.
I'm not even stepping over there.
So when I be an absolute really tough team, I can't take that down.
Yeah, this is real.
Some say
I've never seen an abandoned building this bad. I don't even think that the Ames headquarters were this bad, honestly. And the Ames headquarters were bad.
I think it is actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. Look at this. Last checked in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this building is bad. This building's really bad. Wow. Where do you get the flashlight from?
My phone.
You're not filming in here?
No.
Look what's right. You know. This might be the place that it's bad.
alright, your total is going to be 2701. This is a limited edition.
Oh.
Oh, you can tell us.
I might be calling into work tomorrow. Which honestly is okay with me. Does it? This is something up here. Okay, I James JCpenney portrait or something. I don't think it's I think it's just motion lights. Motion lights and alarms are not the same thing. Joe. It's fucking spooky as hell.
Who's on the out? Yeah, Joe, look what I scored. You guys want to?
I just want to roll there. And you guys didn't want to go in here. Wait a minute.
Usually the hologram side of Great Northern.
Oh my god, there's all sorts of random crap in here. JCpenney rewards.
This is cool. Alex, do you have a locker room in your store like this?
It's not like a room, it's just like right in like the main.
Who wants this?
Look at that thing.
We can talk about that one.
Talk about the one get safely to the car.
Yeah, I don't like you.
Let's go. We're down here.
How do we get out of here?
Who wants to take the elevator?